What's up, brother?
How you doing?
How are you?
Doing good.
You got 5 all day? Are you on? Are you live? we're gonna do the Southern Union game at 1:30.
Okay.
We're gonna go set up on down there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put a camera up and put it up, and you just tell me to move it right or left to get it out of your direct view.
Okay.
So.
All right. Appreciate that. All right.
I was watching last night when your camera got. I was like, how in the world? And then I was talking to Robert, and Robert goes, if they move the game, he said, I ain't got no more cameras. And I said, Robert, do you need to borrow a camera? I'm going to Alabaster. I'll take it. And so.
Yeah. I had a couple extra with me, so.
I mean, it had to be perfect.
Yeah, it came up, and it was like, it was up here. So I was like, well, it's going to hit the top of it. It's going to hit the top. And it just came straight down.
So all you got is the scorekeeper there?
Yeah, this is that right now. Yeah. They'll do live stats and everything. All right. Dothan takes on the 6th seed Lake Sumter State. The Lakehawks will be the home team in this matchup. Governors with a record of 24-21. Lake Sumter State at 29-28. I'm Kamari Darrington. Lake Sumter State got here with a loss to Marion Military, 5-4 in 9 innings. First pitch at 10:52, so we're ready to rock and roll already. Wallace Dothan took a 9-3 loss to the 2nd seed St. Johns River yesterday. A lot of thunderstorms throughout the night, as that was a strike, 1-1. To the leadoff hitter, Joanna Marshall, the center fielder. Reagan Tomlin, the second baseman, will bat second. Ellie Castle, the shortstop, bats third. Olivia Elliott, DP, bats fourth. Aaron Curry, the catcher, bats fifth. Savannah Jenkins, the right fielder, bats sixth. J.C. Hagler, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Morgan Moss, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And Shaylee Mock, the third baseman, will bat ninth. Caitlin Connor will pitch for the Governors. Upstairs for a count of 3-1. It is warm here this afternoon. Nothing but sun and clouds in the sky. Hopefully that stays that way the entire day. Ground ball to short. This is Alex Baez, and she throws out Marshall at first base. That's the first out of the inning and the first out of the game. Defense for Lake Sumter State. Left fielder is Megan Wright. Center fielder Emma Chisholm. Kaylee Thomas is out in right field. Alexis Adams is at third base. Shortstop is Alex Baez. Phelan Parks is at second, as this one is popped up to the right side. J.C. Hagler is there. I'm sorry, that's Ellis. Savannah Ellis is the first baseman, and behind the plate is Macy Burkholzer. So 2 outs here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Ellie Castle. And Castle takes a strike. Bach made 24 appearances during the regular season. Finished 3-6 with a 5.01 ERA. Pitched 67 innings, allowed 81 runs on 93 hits. Also struck out 40 batters. Ground ball to Baez. 2 of the 3 outs go to Baez. And a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Lake Sumter State will come to bat when you come back. This is the NJCAA Division II Softball South District Championship.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the first here, as Wallace Dothan will now send Caitlin Connor to the circle. 19 appearances during the regular season with 6-6 record, 4.67 ERA. Allowed 84 runs on 105 hits with 18 walks and 46 strikeouts in 75 innings. Leading off for Lake Sumter State, Peyton Parks. And first pitch is upstairs for ball one. Parks' fifth most RBIs during the regular season in Region 8. This is fouled back. 1-1. Savannah Ellis, the first baseman, will bat second. Emma Chisholm, the center fielder, will bat third. Kaylee Thomas, the right fielder, bats fourth. Jordan Anderson, the DP, is fifth. Alexis Adams, the third baseman, is sixth. 1-1. The Parks is hitting the end of right field. And coming over to make the catch is Savannah Jenkins, the right fielder. Out number one. That'll bring up Savannah Ellis. The rest of the lineup for Lake Sumter State: Megan Wright, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Alex Baez, the shortstop, will bat eighth. Macy Burkholzer, the catcher, will bat ninth. Savannah Ellis to the plate. 72 hits during the regular season, third most in Region 8, Florida. FSCAA. Ball 2-0 now to Ellis. I'll give you the Wallace Dothan defense here in a minute. That one downstairs. A lot of rain yesterday. Games were supposed to start at 10 a.m. And then they pushed the games to 12, and we finally got started at 2. And after our first round of games, an hour rain delay, as we got to walk to Savannah Ellis. Emma Chisholm will come up now. This is Wallace Dothan defense. Left fielder is Morgan Moss. Center fielder is Joanna Marshall. Savannah Jenkins out in right field. Third baseman is Shaylee Mott. Shortstop is Ellie Castle. Second baseman Reagan Tomlin. J.C. Hagler is at first base. Aaron Curry is behind the plate. Of course, Connor's in the circle. She delivers a strike to Chisholm, center fielder. 13 home runs during the regular season. And she hit 372. Ground ball to short. Castle could not handle it, and everybody's safe. Ellis goes to second. Now Kaylee Thomas. That one ground ball down the third base side foul. As Thomas tried to bunt her way on. Thomas, 328 average. 39 hits on the season, 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. Beautiful day. Mid 80 degrees here in Alabaster. Ball to strike. Jordan Anderson, the DP, on deck for Lake Sumter State. 29 and 27 in the regular season. 15 and 15 in region play. That one was fouled off to the right side. 1-2. Was finishing second to St. John's River. Was won their first round game. The other elimination game right now, Bevel State and Bishop State, two teams from the ACCC. Ground ball to third. Maka's over there. She'll throw to first, and the throw is in time. 2 outs in the inning, but the runners move up to second and third. Here's Jordan Anderson, number 10. 370 average for the redshirt sophomore. You can also see here in the circle for Lake Sumter State at some point. That was fouled off. Ground ball through the left side, base hit. Ellis scores. Chisholm is around third. Throw cut off. She'll score. 2-run single by Anderson. And Lake Sumter State takes a 2-0 lead. It's a big 2-out single, putting up 2 runs. Here's Alexis Adams, the third baseman. Jay Miller is the head coach at Lake Sumter State in his 9th season with the Lake Hawks, winningest coach in school history, 239 wins. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is high. All the way in the center field, and Anderson was going to go for third. Now she wills as bobble in the center fielder, and she ends up at third base on the play. Ball and a strike with 2 outs here in the top of the second, or bottom of the first. Upstairs, 2-1. Adams hitting .366 with 6 home runs and 38 RBIs. Lakehawks hit .345 as a team during the regular season. That was number 2 in Region 8. St. John's River State won the Salt Lakes Conference Championship. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Well, it was a strikeout. Sorry about that. That is the inning, but 2-run single by Jordan Anderson puts Lake Sumter State on the board. It's 2-0. We'll go to the second inning here from Alabaster in Veterans Park.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Top of the second, Olivia Elliott, Aaron Curry, and Savannah Jenkins will take the plate against the back. That ball was hit down the line, third baseline. It's fouled off. Governors coming with a record of 24-21. They had a 12-game win streak snapped with that loss to St. John's River State. They had to win their final 12 games to ensure themselves a spot here in Alabaster, and they got it done. David Dews is the head coach of Wallace Dothan. This one to center field, and on the run, is a catch made? Yes. Chisholm comes in and makes the catch for the first out. And yet another fantastic defensive play here on field 5. Now Aaron Curry, the catcher, will step to the plate. Swing and a miss for Curry. .324 average during the regular season, 7 home runs and 37 RBIs. Swing and a miss, 0-2. She's taking her hacks. Elliott led the ACCC in home runs with 23. Found straight back. Well, last night during the end of the Snead State Coastal Alabama South game, had a foul ball come up here to the press box and broke the camera we used last night. Got a new one up here today. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 outs here in the inning. I did smash the viewing panel as far as the actual lens. I didn't smash that part, but still need to be fixed. Jenkins pops this one up on the left side, the right side, and Ellis makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wallace Dothan. And yes, I do have the softball as a souvenir to prove it. We've got a 2-0 lead, Lake Sumter State coming back to bat in the bottom of the second. Back here in Alabaster, bottom of the second. Lake Sumter State 2 runs in the first inning off of Jordan Anderson's RBI single. Both those runs unearned. Jay Miller's team. Megan Wright, the left fielder, leading off for Lake Sumter State. They sent 6 batters to the plate in the first inning. 2-0 lead. And this one grounded towards third, picked up by Monk. A little bobble, and the throw to first also came in low. So still have a little trouble out there in the infield to start the game. Brings up Alex Baez. Baez a .276 average with 3 home runs and 19 RBIs. Bunt laid down, called strike. 0-1. Two. Macy Burkholzer, the catcher, is on deck for the Lake Hawks. Wearing blue. And a wayward softball enters the field. I'm able to tell from the camera, but these are turf fields, all turf fields. This one's fouled off. First year that they've been in use here in Alabaster. 2-0 lead for Lake Sumter State. Runner on first, nobody out. 0-2 to Baez is outside 1-2. Ground ball to third. Mock throws the second for the first out, so they get the lead runner. And there's one down here in the second. Fielder's choice for Baez as Burkholzer comes to the plate. Burkholzer hitting .263 during the regular season. Bunt laid down. It's a good one. Throw to first is behind the runner, behind Burkholzer. And rounding third is Baez coming to the plate. The throw's cut off. And Lake Sumter State is back in front, 3-0. So here comes the Wallace Dothan coach trying to settle down his infield. Infield is having some trouble early on in this game. Another run scoring on an error by the infield. Goes all the way to third base on the play. And the first base umpire comes over to break up the meeting. Back to the top of the order now with Parks, who flew out to right her first time up. Runner third, one out, 3-0 lead for Lake Sumter State. And that pitch is good for a strike on the inside corner. Lake Sumter State, the second seed out of Florida. 3 teams from Florida are here. That one's fouled off. Top 3 teams from Region 8. Taking on the top 5 from Region 22, the ACCC. First round of elimination games. There'll be 6 teams left when this one is over. That one is fouled off. Well, was it in the dirt? Did she swing it? I thought she swung at it. Oh, another mishap there in the outfield. I got confused on that one. So Parks is aboard despite the striking out. There's a strike. Throw to second is not in time, and then coming home was Burkholzer, and Tomlin couldn't get the ball out of her glove. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. So Parks has a stolen base. Ball 1 to Ellis. Ellis walked and scored back in the first. Inside corner, just missed the target. Connor asking where it was. Can't argue, we can certainly ask where the pitch was. Umpires will let you know. That one to right center field. There's a base hit, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. And Parks will work the bases, get all the way around. Coming into second is Ellis, an RBI double. And Lake Sumter State is up 5-0. Now, don't get too comfortable because yesterday in our first game, Snead State scored the first six runs of the game. Thought we were headed to a run rule victory, but Southern Union came back, scored 6 runs in the third inning, and then Southern Union eventually took the win 10-7. 4 runs in the 6th inning. Here comes Chisholm. And Chisholm takes ball 1 inside. Start for Lake Sumter State. They've come out with some help from Wallace Dothan, of course. Swing and a miss down into the turf. I want to say dirt so badly, but it's not dirt. It's turf. Down to the pellets, I guess you could say. There's the 1-1. That one line to right field. That is a foul ball. 1-2. Sumter State 3 runs in the inning already. They can add another one. Still just one out here in the second. 5-0 lead. Down the line, that is a fair ball. Ellis will come around and score. Here comes Chisholm in the second. Another RBI double. They just keep trading places. It's 6-3. 6-0. Fourth run of the inning for Lake Sumter State. I think this is going to be it for Caitlin Connor. Well, Deuce is actually going to talk to the third base umpire. I saw the home plate umpire make a fair signal. But I don't know if that was after the third base umpire or not. 'Cause I didn't see the third base umpire make a call. So now he's going to talk to the home plate umpire. Well, Megan Wright reached on the air, and then Alex Baez reached on the fielder's choice. Burkholzer reached base safely, then Peyton Parks got on base with a drop third strike. A wild pitch allowed her to get on. Then Ellis hit an RBI double. Chisholm just hit an RBI double. Kaylee Thompson, seventh batter of the inning for the Lake Hawks. Now it is 6-0. One out here in the second. Up the middle, off the pitcher, and past the second baseman. Base hit. And coming home and scoring is Chisholm. It's 7-0. RBI single for Thomas. And we're going to have a runner for Lake Sumter State to come in. And looks like number 9. It's going to be Emily Gable. So Gable will run for Thomas at first base. And we've got a new pitcher for Wallace Dothan as well. A new pitcher for Wallace Dothan. We'll tell you about her when we come back to Alabaster. Olivia Elliott is the new pitcher. She was the DP. During the regular season, she made 21 appearances with 9-6, ERA of 3.18, and allowed 60 runs on 93 hits, 67 strikeouts, and 83 2/3. So Elliott will pitch now. Second pitcher for Wallace Dothan. And here's Jordan Anderson. All good for a ball. 5 runs have scored. 3 hits in the inning. Inside, throw down to second is, oh no, not in time. It will drop. Would have been in time, but the throw was dropped at the last second. So Gable makes it to second base easily. Emily Gable running for Thomas has just hit an RBI single. Now at second base, here's the 2-0 inside of Anderson. Anderson hit a 2-run single back in the first inning, put Lake Sumter State on the board. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 2-2. Alexis Adams is on deck. She will be the ninth batter of the inning. 7-0 lead for the Lakehawks. Popped up in the center. That's going to drop for a hit. Gable will stop at third. Gable had to wait and see if that ball was going to be caught or not. But another base hit for Lake Sumter State. That's 4 in a row. Now Adams, who struck out back in the first inning. Inside. Kerr looking, making sure no one will run. I assume Lake Sumter State will try that double steal they used in the earlier in this inning. Trying to score that 8th run. Swing and a miss by Adams. It's 1-1. Still just 1 out in this inning. Megan Wright, who started the inning, who led the inning off, will come back up after Adams. Well, this is a double play. Downstairs. And headed down towards second is Anderson. There's no throw, of course, because they don't want Gable to try to score at home. Comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count is even. 2-2. Sumter State has batted around here in the second inning. Put up 2 in the first. 5 here in the second. Inside corner. And Elliott wants to know where the pitch was. She's upset. It's been a frustrating first 2 innings for Wallace Dothan. And, of course, this is an elimination game. Adams fouls it off. That's a couple of teams for a helmet and some catcher's gear, but they didn't have any extra ones to give me. So after what happened yesterday. (3-2). This one hit in the air to center field. This will be deep enough to score another run. That's the catch. Here comes the throw. In the shortstop. So it's a sacrifice fly and RBI for Alexis Adams. It's now 8-0. Anderson goes to third. Finally, there are 2 outs in the inning. So now Wright. Right, a little nubber, and it's caught by Curry, and that's going to end the inning. But not before Lake Sumter State puts a 6th spot up in the second inning. To the third inning we go. It's 8-0, Lake Sumter State. Wallace Dothan's got to get something going.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the third, 8-0 in favor of Lake Sumter State. As well as Dothan comes to bat, and at the bottom third of the order, Hagler, Moss, and Mock coming up. I mean, Mock had a lot of time to sit and think about her next plan of attack against this Wallace Dothan offense, and a good start with a strike. 2 runs in the first for Lake Sumter State, 6 runs in the second. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Wallace Dothan won 12 games in a row at the end of the season to make it here to Alabaster. They took a loss to St. John's River State, 9-3 yesterday. Put them in this position here. Already down 8-0 to another team for the state of Florida. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout. 1 down here in the third. Now Morgan Moss, the left fielder. Another strike for Bach. To right field, that's fouled off. Now Moss, 245 average during the regular season. 0-2. Shaylee Mock, the number 9 hitter, is on deck. One upstairs, 1-2. Still in the bottom of the third. For Lake Sumter State will be Baez, Burkholzer, and Parks. That's the target there. It's now 2-2. One-two's hitting the end of right field. That one's going to twist foul. Of course, the Division II softball championship, Division I. The winners bracket final, if you will, has been set. Number 1 seed Wallace State will take on the number 3 seed Sneed State. That'll be later on this afternoon. That one misses inside, 2-2. Southern Union will play Northwest Shoals at 1:30. Shelton State will take on Coastal South at 1:30. That one up the middle. There's a base hit. That's the first hit of the game for Wallace Dothan. First 7 were retired in order. And Moss finally breaks through. So here comes Mock. Shaley hit .235 during the season with 6 RBIs. 12 hits on the season, 3 of them doubles. Mock takes a strike. Marshall on deck as Wallace Dothan goes back to the top of the order. That one good for a strike. Cut liner, throw to first, not in time. Catch over there by Adams. There's 2 down. One of the hardest hit balls we've seen for Wallace Dothan. And, right into the glove of Adams. Now to the top of the order with Marshall. And Marshall pokes this one foul down the third base side. Marshall grounded the shorter first time up. Swing and a miss. 0-2. On outside, 1-2. Marshall got a piece of that one, still 1-2. Reagan Tomlin is on deck. But it's the one hit so far for Wallace Dothan. One out single by Moss. 1-2. Right back to the pitcher. And Amy Bach has retired 9 of the 10 batters she has faced so far. It's all Lake Sumter State. They'll try to add to it. Up 8-0 here in the top, going to the bottom of the third. Reach bottom of the third. Byes leading off. 6 runs in the second inning for Lake Sumter State. Lake Hawks didn't make short work here of Wallace Dothan. Wallace Dothan 6 outs from elimination at this point. That one is inside again. Wallace Dothan has been upset with the strike zone throughout the first 2+ innings now. Baez, Burkholzer, and Parks due up here in the third for Lake Sumter State. 2 balls and a strike. Coming up next here on Field 5, we will have the matchup between the winner of this game and the loser of the Central Alabama-South Florida State matchup. That one is line foul, and hopefully no one was struck over there. I think he hit the fence over there in left field. Here's the 2-2. 3-2, trying to pull the string there, but missed on the inside corner. There's the 2-2. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is 2-2. Now it's 3-2. That was 3-2 right there. That was a 3-2 pitch. But anyway, it is 3-2. Baez leading off the third inning. And it's upstairs for ball 4. Not what Wallace Dothan wanted there. I mean, you figure even with an 8-run lead, as far as the Mercy rule is concerned, which is 8 after 5, you're thinking, well, you need 1 run to keep things going, but they start getting up to 9 and 10 runs. It's hard to come back. It's foul off. It's always interesting when you see these district tournaments because you don't get a matchup very often between Wallace Dothan and Lake Sumter State unless it's, of course, non-region game. Then you also have 5 teams on the ACCC, so those teams become familiar with each other. Teams from Florida will be familiar with each other, and at that point it's just about playing the game and seeing who the better team is. I believe this is the first meeting of the season between Wallace Dothan and Lake Sumter. 2 balls and a strike now to Bergholzer. Ground ball right side, picked up by the first baseman, but the second is in time. Hagler to Tomlin. So there's 1 out. Meanwhile, Baez goes to second base on the play. Top of the order now with Bergholzer. Top of the order with Peyton Parks. Third time through the order now for Wallace Dothan. This is hitting the air to left. That's going to be out of play. Close though, but it's out of play. Count as 1-1. To right field that time. That's fouled off. 1-2. Buys the runner at second. Sven Ellis is on deck. Ellis has reached base twice. RBI double back in the second. Now the 1-2. Swing and foul off. New signal there from the third base coach. Now this is hitting the air to center field. Marshall is there. She makes the catch. Tagging up is Baez, going for third. The throw is not in time. So Parks is retired. Now Savannah Ellis. Chisholm on deck. Another strike. 1-1. Up in the fourth for Wallace Dothan will be Tomlin, Castle, and Elliott. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Amy Bacchus just faced one batter over the minimum so far. This is hitting the air, right center field. Coming over will be Marshall to make the play. And runner is stranded at third. First 0 on the board for Lake Sumter State here this afternoon. We go to the fourth. It is 8-0 in favor of the Lake Hawks.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
First of 3 games here on Field 5 on this Friday afternoon. I lose track of the days with these tournaments, but this is day 2 here in Alabaster. And Wild day yesterday. Today, perfect day so far if you're a Lake Sumter State fan. Nice pickup by the shortstop, Baez. One pitch, one out here in the fourth. That's the way Lake Sumter State wants to keep it the rest of this afternoon. Well, it's still early. It's still late morning here in Alabaster, 11:41 a.m. Ellie Castle will bat now. She grounded out to short the first time up. Still taking their hacks. They're not wasting time. Now watch out for those cameras, though, up there on those on that fence right there. Already had one smashed yesterday. We don't need any more checks going out. That one's going to be fouled off. It's picked up by Adam. Olivia Elliott, the conference leader in home runs, is on deck. 1-2. Sumter State actually started 0 lost their first 6 games of the season. And they've recovered. They actually picked to win the Sun Lakes Conference this year. They actually picked in the preseason poll to win the conference. It was St. John's River State this year. Swing and a miss. 2 down. I'll bring up Elliott. Elliott flew out to center her first time up. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Due up in the 4th inning. For the Lakehawks will be Chisholm, Thomas, and Anderson. Another one upstairs, 2-0. Sumter State. Look at that advance to take on the loser of the Central Alabama South Florida game. So try to get some switches on the bracket. To one to Elliott, swing and a miss, 2-2. Broncos just not had any issues. Just one base runner. Gave up a single to Moss. That is it. He's got 3 strikeouts in the game. This is hitting the air to left center field. Coming over and making the catch is Chisholm. And the Governors go down in order in the 4th. They'll be down to the last sticks in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Like Sumter State looking to add to their 8-0 lead here on JockJive.com.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Other games going on right now. MMI with a 6-1 lead over St. John's River. That is a winner's bracket game here in the Division II South Ball Championship. South Florida Central Alabama scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd. And in Division 1, also in Division 2, Bevel State and Bishop State are scoreless. They're in the top of the fourth. We're in the bottom of the fourth here, and this one's sky high toward the left side. It is caught by the third baseman, Monk, for the first out. That one by Chisholm. And Kaylee Thomas re-entering the game and hitting. The Bishop State, Bevel State winner will stay alive and take on the loser of St. John's River and MMI in our second round of games coming up. So Thomas back in. She's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Well, in the top of the fifth, Aaron Curry, Savannah Jenkins, and J.C. Hagler will come up. And Amy Bach has only faced one batter over the minimum and has given up just one hit. Going upstairs for a ball. And don't forget, you can watch all the games streaming live on JockJive.com. This is hitting the air to left field. And Moss comes up, makes the catch. There are 2 down. Now Jordan Anderson with a pair of singles. RBI single back in the first. All good for a strike. 0-1. Anderson. His first pitch was at 10:52 this morning. We have almost an hour in. 56 minutes so far. Inside 2-1. Alexis Adams is on deck. She's 0 for 2. Doesn't have an RBI. And that one's good for a strike. 2-2. Well, Dothan needs one. At this point, needs one in the top of the fifth to keep the game alive. Or at least force Lake Sumter to have to score a run. That one is caught. What a play by Tomlin over there at second base. And for the first time, Lake Sumter State goes down in order, but it is last sticks already for Wallace Dothan. Last sticks of the season. They need one to stay alive in the top of the fifth. Amy Bach looking to close down a 5-game complete game. And that one gets through for a hit by Curry. Curry's going to try to make it 2, and she will. So Wallace Dothan trying to stay alive in this game. They get a base hit to start off the inning. Second hit for Wallace Dothan. That'll bring up Savannah Jenkins. Popped out in foul territory. Oh, good for a strike. Down the line. It's picked up. Long throw. Not there. Runners on first and third. I'll bring up Hagler. On the desperate Governor's team, down to the last 3 outs of the season. Ready to put a run home and keep things going here. Upstairs for ball 1. Hagler struck out back in the 3rd inning. At the top of the 5th. This is hit here out of play. 1-1. Morgan Moss is on deck. The left fielder. Hagler fouls off another. It's 1-2. Deep waters for Wallace Dothan. They need one to keep the game alive. And Curry's at third. Down the, ooh, watch out. Some friendly fire there. Still 1-2. Okay, out these Governors. They're gonna try to swing and keep this game going. That one bounces home. Count is now 2-2. The 2-2 to right field. It is going to drop. And Wallace Dothan is on the board. The throw is not in time. It's an RBI single, and Wallace Dothan puts up a run. It's 8-1. And Moss will come to the plate. Now we got, I think we got a pinch hitter. Maybe there's a conversation between the catcher and the pitcher, the batter, and the coach. So Wallace Dothan is on the board. Time is called. And first base umpire, I think he's trying to get the right positioning here. And he is there. 8-1 game, and it's wide of the target. So I said, don't get comfortable. Don't go away yet, because Wallace Dothan's gonna score a run here in the 5th. That one was fouled off. We're headed towards a less than 1 hour game with that. If it had gone 1, 2, 3, just past the hour mark now. 5 minutes before noon here in Alabaster. Now good for a strike, 1-2. Now 1 run will end it for Lake Sumter State at this point at the bottom of the 5th. Round ball through the right side, base hit. Jenkins stops at third. Bases are loaded for the Governors. Coming out to talk with Bach is the head coach, Jay Miller. Four consecutive hits for the Governors. to start the inning. Shaylee Mock now to the plate. She lined out the third baseman. Back in the third. It's back up to the top of the order with Joanna Marshall. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Still nobody out here in the top of the fifth.
5-4-3 double play ends the inning for MMI as we're halfway home on a midday happy Friday from Alabaster, Alabama.
Upstairs, ball and a strike.
First of two games today for us here on the field.
Winner stays alive, the loser goes home. This one to the left, that's foul off. It's going to be 1-2. Bases full of Governors. Still 1-2. Jana Marshall on deck. Bill State is ahead 1-0. And that one downstairs 3-2. In the air, left side. That's going to hit the top of the Lake Sumter State bullpen. I'm sorry, the dugout. Three 3-2 pitch is lined foul. Watch out over there. A couple of players from Coastal South were in the drop zone over there. The Coastal South baseball team currently playing in the South District Baseball Championship up there in Oxford, Chocolaco Park. Bases loaded, nobody out. Popped up left side. We'll do it again. Number 9 batter in the order. Hanging tough here against Bach. Bach cruised through the first 4 innings, just allowing one hit with 3 strikeouts. So she's given up 4 straight hits to start the inning here. Ground ball to third. They'll come home for 1. And I'll try not to won't get anything else. It's a fielder's choice for Mock. Jenkins is throwing that at home. Here's Marshall. Ball no strikes now to Marshall. Hangling out at third. Moss is at second. Mock at first. This is hit the left field. And coming over, making the catch is Baez. And Baez able to turn around in time to keep Hagler at third base. Reagan Tomlin now to the plate. 0 for 2 so far. I don't know where it missed. Apparently it was up 1-0. I got wayward softball again. Uh-oh. Somebody, that jar got knocked over. This one to the left side. Baez again, and she's got it. Alex Baez back-to-back terrific plays to keep it an 8-1 ball game. One run will do it for Lake Sumter State in the bottom half of the fifth. This is JockJive.com.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
8-1 in favor of Lake Sumter State. One run wins it for the Lake Hawks. Meanwhile, over on field 2, Bishop State and Bevel State battling. It is 1-0 in favor of Bevel State. Adams deep to center field. This will stay in the park, though, for Marshall. Got one down. Now Megan Wright. Baez also due up in this inning. Wright tries to butter way on, fouls it off to the left side. Oh, on the right. Foul straight back. It's 0-2. Baez on deck. Burkholder in the hole. That one is fouled off. That means 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Like Sumter State to end the game with one run. But Wallace Dothan trying to get to the sixth with 2 more outs. Oh, missed the target. 1-2. Elliott again with a stare towards home plate. I'm sure it's a stare with a smile, though. Here's the 1-2. That one is hit to left field, and it is caught by Moss. Well, I tell you what, these outfielders playing some ball here this weekend. Now Baez, a couple of great defensive plays to end the top of the fifth inning. Racing over into foul territory to catching 2 pop flies. Baez takes one that bounces in the dirt. One of those that count. Burkholder is on deck. Down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. And the winning run is aboard for Lake Sumter State. And she's going to try to go to third. The throw is dropped. And so the winning run is aboard for Lake Sumter State. That goes all the way to third on the play.
Nice double play turn that time by St. John's River third baseman Haley Elder.
Here's Burkholder. A base hit could win it. Oh, good for a strike. Up in the sixth for Wallace Dothan will be Castle, Elliott, and Curry. But Burkholzer hits a base hit. The game would end. Ball on a strike.
MMI 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They've left 7 runners on base.
1-1 is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Peyton Parks is on deck at the top of the order for Lake Sumter State.
Every conference series in the regular season. The Trojans nearing 50 wins overall this year as 2-1.
Burkholzer fouls it off. 2-2 now.
Past the third baseman Estes for another base hit for Jagella. She's 2 for 2 in the number 9 spot. Gets a chance for St. John's River to sit up 9.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
They're down 4.
Watch out down there. Softball's flying around this ballpark. Outside, 3-2. Yeah, Parks on deck.
RBI ground out her last time up. She flies one to the left center. Ball one is the catch made by Mackin.
Payoff pitch. And Burkholzer fouls it off.
Find out the pitch count here as far as Bailey. This will be pitch number 60 coming up. Kaylee Edwards replacement. So now Catherwood 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out.
The 3-2 popped up and line right to the shortstop, Castle. That will end the inning and take us to the 6th. So Wallace Dothan stays alive. They trail 8-1. They come to bat in the top of the 6th.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Perhaps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
We've reached the 6th inning. Wallace Dothan scored a run in the top of the 5th and held off Lake Sumter, who had stranded a runner at third. Castle, Elliott, and Curry will get another opportunity here against Amy Bach, who, again, cruised the first 4 innings, allowing just 1 hit and allowed 4 hits in the 5th inning. But only 1 run scored for the Governors. Castle's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Castle lifts this one towards right. That's going to be out of play. On 1.
SJR in business here in the 5th.
Bounces home. Level States leading Bishop State 1-0. That game's at the top of the 5th. Over on field 4, MMI Mary Military 6-2. Leaders on St. John's River. That one bunted, and it's a good one as Castle reaches first base.
Game for Bailey. Right now, the MMI Lady Tigers would definitely
There's a strike to Elliott.
Central Alabama Community College in another winner's bracket game today. Right now, MMI is just trying to take care of their own business here. Loser remains on field 4 for the next game against either Bevel State or Bishop State. 2-0 count. That comes in and that loads bases lined in batter.
That one to the right side and a base hit. Castle rounding second. She will stop there and throw the back to second. Is not in time.
Now for St. John's River to make a big statement in this ball game is Princess Arredondo. RBI single in the first 2 outs and then a walk in the third. SJR with 2 ground ball double plays defensively today. That's all in the bat foul. MMI would love to have one of those here with bases loaded. Bailey had basically cruised through the first 4 innings in a lot of
So we're going to have a new pitcher for Lake Sumter State. So Amy Bach is done. And new pitcher coming through. We'll be back to Alabaster in just a moment. This is JockJive.com's coverage of the NJCAA Division II Softball Championship.
the bases loaded. That's an extra. First pitch strike.
Savannah Ellis is the new pitcher for Lake Sumter State. Bach actually goes to first. So Bach at first, Ellis now pitching. So back-to-back singles to start the inning. And here's Curry. Curry fouls it straight back again, close to those cameras that are set up right there. Bach really pitched well. The first 4 innings for Lake Sumter State. There's the 1-2. That one grounded towards short and flipped over by Baez for the out. Second play won't go. Ball's loose. Coming home is Castle. She scores, and it's 8-2. Now Savannah Jenkins to the plate. So that run will belong to Bach. Ellis comes in as the second pitcher for Lake Sumter State. Swing and a miss by Jenkins, who is 1 for 2.
MMI comes to bat here in the 6th inning as 2, 3, and 4 in the Lady Tigers lineup.
To Jenkins is, I think it's 2-1. Jenkins swung up one of them. So they call it a ball. Yeah, it's 2-1. Umpire just called time. So we're going to tie that shoe. Ellis pitched 87 innings during the regular season in her 24 appearances. That one lined to third for the first out. Throw to second is wide. And Curry wanted to get up and try to run, but decided to stay at first base. So 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Hagler. Good for a strike. 0-1. Morgan Moss, the left fielder, is on deck. Outside. Upstairs again. Count 2-1. Hagler fouls it back. It's 2-2. 2 outs in the inning.
The green light around third as the throw just comes in. A run comes home to score for MMI on the RBI.
2-2 is fouled off. Still 2-2.
4 RBIs for her today as Braswell scores all the way from first base to now make it 7-2.
Ground ball to third. It's Adams. And she makes the play to retire the side. Lake Sumter, Wallace Dothan adds a run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Lake Sumter State looking to add some insurance to an 8-2 lead.
Pearson advances to third as a base hit for Alabaster with a hit now is 3.
Bottom of the 6th. Lake Central State trying to add some insurance, an 8-2 lead. Wallace Dothan down to their final 3 outs of the season. Peyton Parks leads off, top of the order, due up for Lake Sumter State. This is hitting the end of left field and deep. Drifting back to the wall. It's off the wall. Parks will head into second with a double. And Lake Sumter State with another hit. That one to left center field. That one's down from Savannah Ellis, rounding third and scoring to second. That throws down in time. Ellis with an RBI double. It's 9-2. One more like that, and this one will come to an end. And we'll have a runner. Number 19 is Nicole Working. Looks Emmett Chisholm will bat. Olivia Elliott, second pitcher for Wallace Dothan, trying to keep the game alive, but right now, I think Sumter State 1 run away from advancing to the next round. Chisholm takes a strike with Kaylee Thomas on deck. Here's the 0-1. This is hitting the air to center. Marshall is under it. She makes the catch. No tag up for third. One down here in the 6th. And Kaylee Thomas. Thomas is 1 for 3. Had an RBI single back in the 2nd. Also grounded out to the third baseman and flat out to left. Thomas wanted to bunt. Double drop throw to third is in time. They get Ellis at third base. I'm sorry, working at third base. And they caught stealing, so they're now 2 outs for Thomas. And it's 1-1. Like Sumter State lost on a walk-off yesterday, 5-4 in 9 innings. This is popped up behind the plate. And it is caught by the catcher, Curry. Well, that was the bat was in the way and everything. She was able to make the catch, fell down, held on to it. Last sticks for Wallace Dothan. They trail it by a count of 9-2. Like Sumter State, 3 outs away from knocking out Wallace Dothan. 9-2. And this one popped up left side, and Bias, who has had a busy day, puts away another one. I'll update you real quick on a couple of other scores. In the Division II baseball South District Baseball Championship right now, Snead State holding on to a 4-3 lead over Coastal Alabama South in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now good for a strike to Shaylee Mock. Actually, in a pinch hitter for Wallace Dothan, number 11. Leah Jordan. Jordan hitting for Mock. One's fouled off. Count of 1-2. Bevel State leading 2-0 over Bishop State. That's the other elimination game here in the Division II softball championship. 2-2 is the count. Winners bracket game, Central Alabama leading South Florida. South Florida leading Central Alabama 3-2. That's in the bottom of the 6th over there. And then That one popped up. This time it's going to be Adams, and there's 2 out. Wallace Dothan down to its last out, and it'll be Marshall. Upstairs. Reagan Tomlin will be on deck, but it is on deck, but the game is on the batter, Jana Marshall. Oh, good for a strike. Am I up 10-2 on St. John's River in the top of the 6th? That's on the outside. So like Sumter State will get their 30th win of the year, while Dothan back-to-back losses to end the season. Marshall to left field. This is right, and the game is over. 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. It's a 9-2 victory for Lake Sumter State, and Wallace Dothan's season ends at 24-22. Meanwhile, for Lake Sumter State, they are now 30-28, and they will advance to take on the loser of the Central Alabama-South Florida game. That's coming up later on this afternoon. Kamari Darrington saying so long from Veterans Park in Alabaster, Alabama. Coming up from Field 5, we will have that matchup between Lake Sumter and the loser of Central Alabama and South Florida. Join us for that. This is JockJive Sports coverage of the NJCAA Division II Softball South District.